Hey everyone, this is Chris, also known as LOTR Deck Tech, back again with a brand new deck for this week. And this week's theme is breaking my editing workflow for card previews. You will see what I mean probably not right away, but relatively soon. And I'm going up against Foundations of Stone because I like this quest, and I think it's fun. So let's get started. Alright, right away, gonna use Galadriel to draw a card, drop my threat. I will use Deep Knowledge to raise my threat by 2, draw 2 cards. Darren's Runes draws me 2 more cards, and I will discard this Will of the West, because there's no way we're playing that yet. Let's see, I will use Bifur's ability to pop this over here. 1, 2, here is a Galadriel Minstrel. Gonna put a progress on her to indicate that she came in this round, and I'm gonna dig out an event. I'll take this Darren's Runes, shuffle it up, play the Darren's Runes, 1, 2. Ooh, out of all of these, a Guardian of Rivendell is probably the least useful. And we're done with planning for now. Yep, that is a thing that happens. So, I'm going to quest. I do have this Goblin Swordsman sitting in the staging area. So I think what I'm going to do is quest with the Minstrel and Celeborn. There's 5 willpower committed to the quest, which happens to exactly match with the staging area, but that's alright. Travel, I will travel to the Lightless Passage, exhausting this Cave Torch, which pops an enemy into play, but does not reveal it, so this Goblin Follower is going to stay in the staging area. I am, however, forced to engage the Goblin Swordsman, but I have a Sneak Attack and Gandalf for this very reason. I'm going to draw 3 cards with Gandalf. And might as well, we are not idle twice while we're here. I'll save this one for next round when I know what I want to do with it. But here's the plan. Bifur's going to defend. He takes 1 point of damage. And Gandalf will kindly send that swordsman back to the depths and return to my hand. And that is it for the first round. So we are on to the next one. Galadriel will exhaust to draw me a card, dropping my threat. Deep Knowledge is going to raise my threat by 2 to draw me 2 more cards. Hey, look, it's another Gandalf. Okay, let me Unlikely Friendship to draw a card and put this resource on Galadriel. I'm going to spend this one off of Celeborn to put Olorian into play. I'm going to use it, play another Galadriel Minstrel for 1. Looking at the top 5 cards, grabbing an event. I will definitely take an Unlikely Friendship, because those are great. I'm going to use Unlikely Friendship to draw a card and a resource to Galadriel. 1, 2 puts a Galadriel's Handmaiden into play, dropping my threat by 1. 1 more puts a Galadriel Weaver into play. Also gets the boost, shuffling this Unlikely Friendship back into the deck. And now we quest. I think I can probably get away with just allies this time. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I will play Elrond's Council, send 9 willpower, drop my threat down to 26. And we reveal a kind of obnoxious effect, but that's okay. I will exhaust Celeborn, and since both Gandalfs are here, the odds are good that this will not kill him. It does not. So, this does nothing but exhaust a hero and discard a card. Anyways, my 9 versus 1 is 8 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is explored. I do not want to deal with the Goblin Follower right now, so I won't. All our came into play markers refresh, and we move on to the next round. Galadriel draws us a card and drops my threat by 1 again. Let me think about which Silvan I want to play. I think what I'm going to do is use Olorian so I can play a 3rd Galadrim Minstrel for 1 resource. Looking again at the top 5 and pulling out Unlikely Friendship. So, let's Unlikely Friendship again to draw a card and add a resource to... I'm going to add it to Galadriel. I am also going to play another Galadrim Weaver, which allows me to shuffle that Unlikely Friendship right back into the deck. And I'm going to save the other resources right now. I have Silvan to play next turn, and Sneak Attack, which might help me deal with the Goblin Follower, so I think we're in good shape. Questing, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, dropping my threat to 23. And we reveal a Goblin Follower. Alright, so that's 9 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We move on to stage 2, which is just going to mill us a little bit when we commit to the quest. Alright, in combat, that is going to happen. I'm going to play Sneak Attack. Drop a Gandalf into play. I could defend with Celeborn and kill this one with... No, I'd have to defend with Bifur and Sword of Hope, which is maybe okay. So I'm going to use Gandalf to deal 4 damage to this Goblin Follower. That's 4 progress. But it was enough to kill the Goblin Follower. Bifur will take a slightly risky defense, and we are not able to fight this Goblin Follower this round. So I am probably not going to do that anymore. Gandalf comes back to my hand, and we move on to the next one. Alright, Galadriel draws me a card and drops my threat. Deep Knowledge draws me 2 cards, raises my threat. We Are Not Idle draws a card. Oh, there's a good one. Let me play Tree People and return a Galadrim Minstrel to my hand in order to look at the top 5 for a Silvan ally. Oof, that's unfortunate. Okay, but I missed. We'll use Olorian. Pay 1 less, and I can put this Minstrel right back into play, and we will find definitely an event in the top 5. Like this one, Unlikely Friendship, one more time. So, Unlikely Friendship draws me a card and puts a resource on... let's put the resource on Celeborn this time. So I can do 1, 2. Here is a Nath Guide. Celeborn will not exhaust to commit to the quest. 1, 2 for a Handmaiden, dropping my threat by 1. And all the rest of these are going to stay where they are this round. So, let's quest. I've got 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 when I play this Elrond's Council and drop my threat some more. Let me count this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I push past this, I actually don't have to deal with this Goblin Follower, so let's quest. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Hey, okay, Branching Path is not bad. It is 2 threat, so that is 15 progress. I do have to discard the top 2 cards of my deck because of this forced effect, but we make enough to be on to stage 3. And I'm going to do this setup off camera. Be right back. Okay, we are back. I have done all the encounter deck swapping and picked a random stage 4. It is the 4th one in the Octagon quest deck, and I don't remember what it is, so we're going to flip it over and find out right now. Discard your hand. All right. That is definitely not the one I wanted to see, but I should be able to draw cards and start playing things again relatively quickly, so I think I'm okay with that. I have to reveal 2 cards from the encounter deck, so that is... okay. Mithril Load raises my threat by 1, and Lost and Alone is going to shuffle Bifur into my deck. I picked Bifur because at this point most of the lore cards that I want to play are not in the deck anymore, so it shouldn't be too bad. And this is a free heal for him, assuming he comes out relatively soon. Alright, let's move on to the next round. Did not get Bifur right away, which is unfortunate, but that's fine. Galadriel drops my threat, draws me a card. That could be better. Alright, Lorien means that it only costs me 1 to play this Galadriel's Handmaiden, dropping my threat yet again. I might be able to clear this round, so let's see. And my threat is low enough that I am safe from most of the enemies, so let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, Durin's Axe. And Deep Deep Dark. Okay. Doomed 1 and Surge into a Moria Bats. This is not guarded, so nice and easy. Do I want Celeborn to have this? Or do I want Bifur to have this when he comes back? Alright, well, we can deal with that in a second. There is 3 threat in the staging area, so I make 10 progress, and we immediately advance to stage 5, which causes me to reveal another card. Drowned Treasury is not bad at all. Okay, nice and easy. I will travel to the Mithril Load, because that's actually kind of helpful. We'll refresh. Sorry, before I refreshed, I wanted to exhaust Celeborn to claim this Durin's Axe. I probably won't use it, but it's nice to know that he has a big attack now. And as a refresh action, before the willpower boost expires, I will exhaust this Galadriel's Handmaiden to place 3 progress directly on the main quest. And then we move on to the next, and probably not final round, but we shall see. I will use Galadriel to draw a card and drop my threat. That is really not what I was hoping for. I cannot commit very much to the quest at all. 3, 4, 5. And we get 5 up against us. We make no progress. I will refresh yet again, exhaust a Handmaiden to put 2 progress on the main quest. I may or may not just be doing this in order to get through Out of the Depths. We shall see what happens. Alright, I still don't have to engage the Moria Bats, so we're on to the next round. Galadriel draws me a card and drops my threat. Okay, this could be good. Let me tree people to pull back this Galadriel's Handmaiden. Look at the top 5. Should be at least 1 Silvan in there, like the Bifur. Right. Pop that one into play. Shuffle. Celeborn does not have to exhaust to commit to the quest this round. 1, 2, puts a Handmaiden into play, dropping my threat by 1. And now she'll have boosted willpower for this at the end of the round. Alright, questing. I'm going to send Celeborn's 3 and this Handmaiden's 3 for 6, so my threat is going to go up, almost certainly. Okay, Deep Deep Dark. into another deep, deep dark, into a cave in. Okay, that really sucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I didn't add any extra threat, so I'm gonna make one whole progress. During the refresh phase, my cards will stand up, and I can exhaust this handmaiden to put 3 of that progress back on the main quest. And then we move on to the next round. That's a good card, but I want to get Bifur first. So, Galadriel will reduce my threat, draw me a card. Darren's Runes will draw me 1, 2, and discard Elven Light. There's Bifur, back in all his glory. Don't have much I can do with him yet, but that's okay. Let's Elven Light to draw the last card in my deck, although I should have known it was that and not been too excited about it. So next round, we're definitely going to play Will of the West. I wish I could play it right now, but that is okay. Now I can quest with more characters, though. She came into play last round, and so did she. Alright, so let's quest. Here's 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a Goblin Follower. So my 9 against 5 is 4 progress. Unfortunately, just enough to clear out the Mithril load. But I will be able to travel to a Drowned Treachery and pull that threat out of the staging area. Goblin Follower is going to be able to attack, but I can play Feigned Voices, pulling back this Galadrim Minstrel to cancel it. So he will not attack, and that Drowned Treachery Shadow does nothing. Alright, next round. I don't get to draw a card at the beginning, but I can play Will of the West and shuffle all these back into my deck. Then I will exhaust Galadriel to drop my threat and draw a card. I'll take that one. I will pass a resource over to Bifur. Allows me to replay Galadrim Minstrel, allowing me to dig for an event. Hey, there we go. Unlikely Friendship. Shuffle the deck. Unlikely Friendship draws me a card and pops a resource on Bifur. Warden of Healing might be useful. Maybe. Can spend 2 for a Nath Guide, which will allow Celeborn not to exhaust commit to the quest this round. And now we quest. I got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with Elrond's Counsel, dropping my threat down to 20. We reveal Lost and Alone again. Alright, Bifur, back into the deck you go. You really should stop wandering off by yourself. That drops my willpower down to 3, 7, 8. Up against 3 in the staging area makes 5 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clearing the Drowned Treasury before I lose a character. And forcing me to... well, not forcing me, letting me draw 2 cards. It's kind of hoping that one of those would be Bifur and we'd get him back right away, but not is totally fine. Travel again to Drowned Treasury. Let's see, I cannot defend with one of these, so that's no big deal. Alright, combat, Goblin Follower, I'm going to defend with this Galadrim Minstrel. He's not a nameless enemy, so no such luck, but the Minstrel is very dead. My Cling Bags, I have 5, 6 from this Minstrel getting revenge for her friend, defeating this Goblin Follower, and sending me on to the next round. I want to play that, but I can't. Alright. Galadriel will draw me a card and reduce my threat. That's good to have. can't play any Silvans, because I don't have any Silvans in hand, so let us just quest. Send Celeborn for 3, a Handmaiden for 5, and 2 councils to make it 7. Drop my threat down to a whopping 14. There's 1 in the staging area, so I should make some progress. Oof. Okie dokie then. That would be 5 against me, not enough to clear this passage, so before anything happens, I will sneak in a Gandalf. Put 1, 2, 3, 4 damage on the Elder Nameless thing, which is enough to kill it, adding it to my victory display. So now my 7 willpower against 1 means 6 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drowned Treasury is explored, drawing me 2 more cards, and Gandalf comes back to my hand at the end of the phase. I have no interest in engaging these Moria bats, so we're just going to leave them. Next round. It has been a little while, but we should still be okay. Play a We Are Not Idle to draw a card, play a Deep Knowledge to draw 2 cards, raising my threat by 2. Play a Deep Knowledge to draw 2 cards, raising my threat by 2. And I'll play a Deep Knowledge to draw 2 more cards, raising my threat by 2 yet again. Unlikely Friendship draws me another card and puts a resource on Celeborn. That is a progress, a resource. We Are Not Idle draws me a card, and now I can just sneak attack Gandalf in more or less whenever I want. But I am going to spend 1 of these to put Nenya on Galadriel so that she can pay for the Tree People. Also going to exhaust her to drop my threat and draw a card. There's Friend Bifur. Everything is right with the world. I will play Tree People, returning this... Yeah, let's return a Weaver. Look at the top 5. I don't know if there's any more Silvans in the deck, but that's okay. Being able to reshuffle with the Weaver is pretty handy. Although that's really not the card I want to reshuffle, so let's wait until it's Sneak Attack. Or Feigned Voices. Alright, committing to the quest yet again, I have 2 heroes for 5. 2 Handmaidens makes it 9. Up against 1, 2 in the staging area for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 progress. And that is enough to beat Foundations of Stone. This is round 11. We have almost drawn through the deck yet again. My hand was destroyed, but it is currently very full. Bifur wandered off into the darkness twice and eventually came back. And I'm going to have to edit this, and every time I play one of those events, there's going to be a little pop-up card on the side so you can read it. But none of them are going to stay there long enough for you to read them, because there's a lot of events. This deck is a lot of fun, because you just keep playing cards. More and more cards all the time. You draw cards, you put resources on heroes, and you draw more cards. I kind of love it, even if I think it's not going to be very good against much more combat-heavy quests. Hopefully you enjoy. Thanks for watching.